Alright everyone, welcome back to another video, and today what I have for everyone, or this evening what I have for everyone, is my full review of the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Alright, so y'all know how the story goes, or maybe you're new here, but typically I unbox a product, I give my first impressions, my review process starts, and then all throughout my coverage, I'm dropping different types of earbuds related videos, and everything culminates in my overall full review. So here it is. I finally feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions, and I got a handle on everything that I want to talk about and cover with you guys and gals. So y'all know what that means. It's full review time. So hopefully by the end of this video, you guys and gals know if the Galaxy Buds Pro is worth picking up. So without further ado, here we go. Now starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of the buds themselves. Now build quality wise, talking about build materials, these bad boys are built primarily out of plastic. Now you got your glossy plastic, reflective plastic on the outside, and then you got your matted slip plastic on the inside with your sensors, your charging pins, all that good stuff right here. So again, primarily when we talk about the overall build, it's a plastic build. Talking about the overall design, this is basically an expansion on your classic Galaxy Bud design. So you can see it's very similar to your traditional or your Galaxy Buds Plus design, but they integrated the wing into the buds themselves, and they redesigned the overall ear tip with your mesh grills, okay? And they redesigned where the mics are and where the sensor is and the charging pins are, okay? But all in all, you can see it's basically a very similar design to your traditional or your Galaxy Buds Plus. But overall, given my opinions on the build quality and design, I would have to say that it's really good. Samsung did a really good job with these right here. Not only does it look good, but it's very lightweight, and it has a tendency to almost be comfortable for extended listening sessions. Now, I would have to say that's probably the weakest point of the design, aside from the fit, is after about 6, maybe 7 hours, they do get a little bit uncomfortable in my ears. So, at least for me, these aren't the best for extended listening sessions, but it is what it is. Your guys and gals' results may vary from that aspect. But again, talking about the overall build quality and design, I have to say it's really good overall in my opinion. Up next, let's keep it moving now. Up next, the next thing I want to talk about with everyone is the core features built into these earbuds, alright? And let's again not waste any time trying to get this video done quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, core feature number 1, these bad boys incorporate Bluetooth 5.0 on board. Okay, that means they have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Okay, core feature number 2, these bad boys are fully waterproof with the IPX7 water and dust resistance rating. So you can get these wet. I still wouldn't recommend that you fully submerge them, but if you want to take these to the gym, you should be okay. If you're out running and you get caught in the rain, you should be okay. Alright, that's that IPX7 water and dust resistance rating. Good stuff there, good stuff indeed. Okay, so that's core feature number 2. Core feature number 3, and I was very happy to see this, these bad boys incorporate 3 microphones. Alright, now it's very hard to tell where the 3 microphones are because of the design, but we do have 3 microphones. We're supposed to have 2 on the outside and 1 on the inside. Okay, but we have 3 microphones on board, and I gotta tell y'all, the microphone performance on these, spoiler alert, we're gonna expand on it a little bit later on, is actually really good indeed. Okay, so that's core feature number 3. Core feature number 4, these bad boys do incorporate active noise cancellation along with an ambient mode. So not only do you have the ability to truly drown out your surroundings with active noise cancellation, but you also have the ability to help enhance your hearing so you can better hear your surroundings with your ambient mode. Okay? So really good stuff there, and those right there are 2 solid features in my opinion. Alright? So that's core features number 4 and 5. Okay? Core feature number 6. The charging case does incorporate, say it with me, USB Type-C, so we can indeed use one cable to rule them all, USB Type-C, all the things, as well as incorporating wireless charging. So you can see it right there, we got wireless charging built in. And in particular, when we talk about the charging, it does have fast charging built in, and I did indeed test this. So 10 minutes of charge will give you 2.5 hours of usage. And I did indeed test that. Took these to the gym the other day, completely forgot to charge them. Woke up, they were dead. All I did was make sure I charged the charging case, and then I got ready. And on my ride to the gym was about 20 minutes. When I popped them in, they were good to go. They lasted me my whole workout, didn't have any issues. And by the time I did my workout, popped them back in the case, rode 20 minutes home, and they were basically at a full charge. So really good stuff there, really good stuff indeed. Alright? Alright. So that's core feature number 6. And then last but certainly not least, we're not done yet. These earbuds do incorporate the ability to use them one at a time in independent mode or both together in stereo mode. And if you use them both together, not only do you have access to your active noise cancellation and your ambient mode, but you also have access to your 360-degree audio surround sound if you have a companion Galaxy device. If you don't have a companion Galaxy device, then you do not get 360-degree audio. Alright? So good core features there, good core features indeed. And the last core feature, which is one of my favorites, these earbuds have a full-featured dedicated companion app. Now, we're not going to go through the full application in this video because I pretty much covered a full application walkthrough in my last earbud video, okay, for the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2. Alright, so I'll link this video up down below in the video description. Check that video out if you want to see a full application walkthrough. But we're not going to dive into a full application walkthrough, and we're not going to do a Bluetooth button controls either, because we covered that in that previous video, and the button controls on these are exactly the same as the Buds 2. Alright? And they also do a really great job of walking you through the button controls inside of the companion application, so I really feel as though there's no need to cover it in this video. But that, guys and gals, essentially goes over all of the core features of these earbuds, and in my opinion, Samsung did a great job talking about all the features that they packed into the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. Alright? Now, let's keep it moving here. Let's go. So up next, I just want to give my overall opinions on the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these. Alright? And I gotta say, Samsung did a great job with 2 out of the 3 categories. Now, talking about the overall sound quality, it is really, really good. The audio is very crisp and clear, whether you have these maxed out at max volume or you're listening to these at lower volumes. So whether you're on the high end of the volume spectrum or the low end of the volume spectrum, the sound quality on the Galaxy Buds Pro is really good in my overall opinion. Alright? Talking about the volume on these bad boys get more than loud enough for me to drown out my surroundings, so I can fully immerse myself in whatever I want to do with the earbuds. So whether I'm listening to music on YouTube Music, Pandora or Spotify, or I'm binge watching new episodes of my favorite TV shows on Hulu or Netflix, these bad boys have the volume to fully immerse me in whatever I'm doing with these earbuds. And again, if I need more immersion, I can always turn on active noise cancellation, but that does have a negative benefit of hitting the battery life a little bit harder when I have that turned on. And I did not use active noise cancellation in my battery testing, just so everyone knows. But it is what it is. Sound quality, really good. Volume, really good. But where did these fall short? I would have to say these fell short when we talk about the overall bass department, okay? Now, you can feel it, but it's really, really soft, okay? And I actually played around with the settings. I tried dynamic mode, I tried bass boost mode, and at least to my ears, it was still really, really soft, okay? So that's probably one of the weaker points of these earbuds. The bass definitely does need some improvements. Overall, I would say it's just okay. All right, so that covers the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass. Let's keep it moving now. Let's go. Now let me give y'all my expanded opinions on the overall mic quality on these earbuds. And I have to tell y'all, the overall mic quality on these earbuds is really, really good. I didn't have any issues whether I was dictating text messages, dictating emails, interacting with my devices via voice commands, no issues whatsoever. And on phone calls, callers said they can hear me really good. Now, a few of them did say I did sound a little echoey, but it wasn't bad. I asked them, was it like echoey bad? No, it was just like I sounded like I was in an empty room. And I thought that was because of the ambient mode. Turned it off, still had the same thing. So I'm not sure what it is. They did say it wasn't bad, but it is a little echoey, at least to the callers that I called with the earbuds. All right, so overall, that downgrades the mic quality from top notch to really good in my overall opinion. And as I said, on my end, I didn't have any issues. Callers were very loud, crisp, and clear. No problems whatsoever. All right, so that covers the overall mic quality. Now let's get into talking about how you can pair up these earbuds to your devices. Now today, we are using a traditional Android device. We got the Moto G Power lined up today. And we also have the iPhone XS, okay? So we're not using a traditional Galaxy device today because I'm using the S10e to record this video, but this will give you an idea in terms of the differences of using a traditional Android device and an iOS device versus using a Galaxy device, okay? So the first thing we have to do is decide whether or not we want to put the earbuds into pairing mode by pressing and holding on the sensors, the touch sensitive area, for 3 seconds, or you want to drop them in the case, close the case for a couple seconds, open the case, and that will automatically put them into pairing mode. Now, if you use the touch sensitive areas, you press and hold for 3 seconds, and then you're going to get an audible tone letting you know that they're in pairing mode. So you're going to hear boom, 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 and that will mean that they're in pairing mode. If you don't hear that, they're not in pairing mode. Now I'm going to demonstrate this the easiest way I know how. So we're going to use the case here today, or this evening rather. So we're going to just drop them in the case. Make sure they start charging. Let me line them up. Okay, so that's 1 and that's 2. Drop them in the case. Make sure they start charging there. Close the case up. And while the case is closed, let me just make sure my devices are prepped. So let me light this up. Make sure we turn on Bluetooth here. Okay, Bluetooth is on. Okay, we're ready here. Good. And let me light this up and make sure I turn on Bluetooth here as well. Let me unlock this. Okay. So let me see. Okay, Bluetooth is on here as well. Okay, so it's ready. Now let's start off with the Android device first. Now, when you're using a traditional Android device and you're pairing it up with Galaxy Buds, you just go through the traditional Bluetooth pairing steps. Now, if you want to unlock more features for the Galaxy Buds, you do need to make sure you go get the Galaxy Wearables application. That will unlock additional features for your Galaxy Buds. Now, if you have an iOS device, you do not need a companion application. You just pair them up the traditional way that you go through the Bluetooth pairing steps, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So on your Android device, I'm just going to go into Bluetooth. So we're going to swipe down on our notification shade twice. Then we're going to press and hold on the Bluetooth setting. It's going to take us into the Bluetooth subsetting menu. All right, and we're going to tap on pair a new device. Now it's scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices. And then all we have to do is open the case up. That's it. And then pick up our device, and you're going to see it's going to pop up. And there it is, Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro with the model number. And now we just want to tap on it, and it will start the pairing process. And then we just want to confirm the pairing process. So confirm we want to pair. And that's it. She's paired up. She's ready to go. All right. And that's pretty much it. Now you can use it like you would a traditional pair of Bluetooth earbuds. But again, if you want to unlock extra features, you really want to go into your Galaxy Wearable application, right? Then you want to tap on the hamburger menu on the side, and you want to click on add a new device. Then you're going to see it's going to start scanning for nearby devices again, and you just want to tap on the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, and now you have access to all of the features. All the features except for 360-degree audio. So again, ambient sound, active noise cancellation, voice detection, your touch controls, and all the other settings is here. And again, the user manual will walk you through how to do everything. Okay, so you can see button controls. Okay, and you can see pairing steps. Okay, and then keeping your earbuds clean. And there are a bunch of other different settings in the Samsung Wearable application as well. But again, as I said, we're not going to go through the whole application because we did that on a previous video. I'll link it up down below. But that essentially goes over your pairing steps for Android. Okay, and now let me turn off the Bluetooth. Boom. And we're going to do the same exact process for iOS. See, so let me turn that off. Then we're just going to close the case. Let it sit for a couple seconds. Okay, let me go into the Bluetooth settings on my iOS device. Okay, go into the Bluetooth settings, and we're ready to go here. And now I'm just going to open the case again. Boom. And now we just wait for it to pop up on our iOS device, and you can see it right there, Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro and the model number. Tap on that, and it's going to pair right up, and you can see it's now connected. And now you will have access to the button controls if you're in an application that supports it on your iOS device. If not, you won't have access to the button controls. Same thing for the voice commands. Okay, if you're inside of an application that supports the voice commands, you can use it with your Buds Pro. If not, it's not going to work. All right, so YouTube, your music app, Pandora, all that good stuff is going to work with your button controls. But other than that, on iOS devices, it's not going to work. All right, but that essentially goes over the pairing steps with the Buds for Android and iOS. All right, turn the Bluetooth off now, and we can essentially keep it pushing. Let's go. Up next now, let's now move on to some other important categories. Let me take these out of here. We don't really need to overcharge them. Y'all can see they're pretty much fully charged, so we can take them back out, close the case back up, put the case over there, and let me just lay these out, and we can continue on with the rest of the video. So up next now, let's now talk about the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, as I said earlier in the core features segment, these bad boys support Bluetooth 5.0 on board, and that means they have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I can indeed vouch for that because I did my standard Bluetooth range test, and it literally cut off at about 34 feet. So I made it outside to my pool deck, and then it cut off. I left my device in here, I made it outside to my pool deck with it connected to my device, and then it lost connection. And that's literally 34 feet away. Okay? So that pretty much vouches for the range, and as long as I was inside of that dedicated range, didn't have any issues with the overall Bluetooth strength. The minute I walked outside of it, then we started to have connection issues, so on and so forth. Alright, so the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these is really good because it's exactly as advertised. Alright, now let's keep it moving. Up next now, let's talk about the overall durability. Okay, now I've had these earbuds for a little bit over a week and a half, and I'm very proud of myself because I have not dropped them. So let me knock on wood. So in a week and a half with my time with earbuds, I have not dropped them. So I cannot talk about durability from a droppage standpoint. But again, I could tell you based on the build materials that these should be able to survive some accidental drops because again, it's primarily built out of plastic. But you still want to be careful because as I always say, if you're a clumsy individual, it's more apt to survive because of build materials, but all it does take is one good drop and it could potentially ruin your earbuds, so you still want to be careful. But at least in my opinion, based on the build materials, I would have to say the durability is probably going to be really good on these. Okay? And again, because you don't have any plastic mesh grills to worry about and you just have metal grills, if it does drop, it's more likely to survive because there's not going to be any plastic pieces falling off or any mesh grills falling out because it's metal where it needs to be and plastic where it needs to be. Alright, so the overall durability on these should be really, really good. Okay, let's keep it moving now. Let's go. So up next now, let's talk about the overall charge times and the overall battery life of the earbuds and the charging case. Alright, now I do want to let y'all know that in terms of the manufacturer's estimates, all they really gave me was battery life estimates. They didn't really give me any charge times estimates, so I kind of had to play that by ear. So talking about the manufacturer's estimates in terms of the battery life, they stated that you should be able to get 5 hours on a single charge and 18 hours including the case if you use ANC and ambient noise mode in conjunction with each other. Okay, so 5 hours and 18 hours with the case with ANC on, or 8 hours or 28 hours with the case with ANC off. And if you do the math, that means that the case should be able to get you about 3 to 3.5 charges. Okay, and at least in my testing, the charging case was getting me right around 3 charges before I had to charge up the case. Okay, so I just wanted to let everyone know that. Now, jumping into my overall battery results, I would have to say Samsung was right on the money. On the low end, I was coming in just shy of 5 hours. Okay, give or take a minute here or there. And on the high end, I was coming in just over 8 hours. Okay, so I can indeed vouch for the fact that you're going to get 5 hours on the low end and 8 hours on the high end. And just for reference purposes, just so everyone knows, I did test these earbuds at 35% volume and 50% volume respectively. Okay, all right, and that was in stereo mode. So running through the numbers, it's going to be 5 to 8 hours on a single charge in stereo mode, or 15 to 24 hours including the charging case. And again, in my testing, the charging case got me 3 additional charges right on the money. Okay, and that was in stereo mode usage. Now for independent mode usage, you're just using the earbuds one after the other, so you just double everything up and then you multiply it by the additional charges for the charging case. So 5 on the low end turns to 10, and 8 on the high end turns to 16, and then you multiply it by the additional charges. So I was getting about 10 to 16 hours on a single charge, or 30 to 48 hours including the charging case. And again, the charging case was getting me 3 additional charges. Alright, and that was in independent mode usage. Okay, so talking about the battery life, in stereo mode, it definitely needs some improvement because it's falling a couple hours shy of that 10-hour battery life mark that I like to see on all of my Bluetooth earbuds, especially any type of Bluetooth accessory. We've reached a point nowadays where you should at least be able to get a good 10 hours out of your Bluetooth accessories on a single charge. So in independent mode, it did a great job. Okay, 10 to 16 hours, good stuff. But in stereo mode, using them both together, definitely needs some improvement. Okay, alright, so that goes over the battery life and my particular estimates. And again, I want everyone to know that this video is just based on my experiences with the buds and my overall results, which is based off of heavy usage, because I am an extremely heavy user, and your guys and gals results may vary depending on how you use the buds and what volume you keep the buds at. And again, for me, I would recommend anything over 50% volume, because that's when these buds really come alive. Alright, so 35% volume will get you by, but if you want the buds to really come alive, you want to be using them at 50% volume or better. Alright, but that goes over my results with the battery life. Now let's talk about the charge times. Let's get into this, baby. Let's go. Now in terms of charge times, I have to say it was extremely close to the Galaxy Buds 2. Alright, charging the buds with the charging case, depending on the percentage they was at when I put them into the case, it took about an hour and a half to an hour and 50 minutes to reach a full charge. Okay, and again, if you're using a Galaxy device, you'll get some nice audible notifications when the battery is low. So you'll get one audible notification at 15% left, 10% left, 5% left, and then they'll power off. And as long as you put these bad boys in the case, in between any one of those low battery warnings, you're gonna charge up in about an hour and a half. Now, if you let the buds drain to completely dead, you're gonna charge up in about an hour and 50 minutes. Okay? Give or take a minute or two. Alright? Now, charging up the charging case via the USB Type-C port is going to take you anywhere from about an hour and 40 minutes to about 2 hours. Again, depending on the percentage of the charging case when you plug it in. So, the charging case pretty much runs down like this. Okay? If you see your green LED, that means the case is anywhere between 100% charged and 50% charged. If you see your yellow LED, like you see right now, that means the case is anywhere between 25% charged and 50% charged. If you see your red LED, that means the case is anywhere between 5% charged and 25% charged. And if you see a flashing red LED, that means the case is about to die and you need to drop it on the wireless charger or plug it in. Alright, and then also on the inside we have another LED which lets you know when the buds are fully charged. Okay, so red means it's charging and green means they're fully charged. Alright, okay, so that goes over the wired charging. Now For wireless charging, it's pretty much more of the same. It's gonna take anywhere from around 2 to 2.5 hours to reach a full charge charging wirelessly. Again, that depends on what percentage the case is at when you put it on the wireless charger. If it's at like 25%, gonna charge up in about 2 hours. If it's dead, it's gonna charge up in about 2.5 hours. Okay, so it just depends. All right, now that goes over the charge times and that goes over the battery life. So let's keep it moving now, man. Let's go. Up next now, I want to briefly summarize the positives and the negatives of these earbuds. Then I want to talk to everyone about my overall final thoughts. We're going to get into pricing, and then I'm going to give my overall recommendation. So let's go. Let's get into these brief summarizations. And I'll have a full list of the positives and the negatives thrown up in post for you guys and gals to check out. And one thing I want everyone to remember is I'm not perfect and I never claim to be. So if there's a positive and or a negative that I forgot to mention that you experienced, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. And as always, keep your comments respectful, please. All right? So let's get into these positives and negatives. Starting off with the positives. The overall build quality and design is really good. These bad boys have a really solid core feature set on board. One of the best core feature sets that I've seen in a pair of Bluetooth earbuds. All right? They have really good sound quality and really good volume. They have pretty much a top-notch microphone experience from my end, but it's really good depending on if you're taking calls. So it's a really good overall microphone performance in my experience. They have really good overall Bluetooth range and strength. They should have really good overall durability. Okay, they have really good charge times for the buds and the case, and they have really good battery life when we're talking about independent mode usage. But you can say it's good battery life because it does hit the manufacturer's estimates. So I'm gonna put good battery life here, but I'm gonna also say in the negative category that the battery life does need improvement. Okay, but overall it hit the manufacturer's estimates and it sometimes exceeded it in cases, so that's good battery life. But to me, it does need improvement, so it's going to be in both areas, the positives and the negatives. All right, moving on. Okay, and these are available at a really good price. Okay, price is something I'm going to talk about in a little bit here, and it all depends on where you get it from. Okay, now that summarizes the positives. Now let's talk about these negatives. Okay, now as I was saying, the bass on these is really soft, so the bass definitely needs some improvements. Okay, and also I don't like the fact that the charging case just has LEDs, so you really have to memorize what the LEDs mean. I wish we had a built-in percentage readout display on this. Okay, that would make it so much easier, because you don't know how many times I have to go, oh, are the buds charged yet? I gotta open them up, check, oh, they're not charged yet, close it back up. Okay, or you don't know how many times I gotta go, okay, where's it at? Okay, it's green. Okay, we might have enough to get me another charge, maybe 2. Oh, it's yellow. Okay, that's gonna give me 1 more charge, maybe 1.5 more charges. So having a built-in percentage readout display would just make it so much easier, in my opinion, and really get rid of the guesswork. Okay, so that's something I definitely want to see included in the charging case. All right, other than that, as I said, in terms of stereo mode usage, I do feel as though the battery life needs some improvements. Okay, and then also, and I think I mentioned this in the other review, I really wish Samsung would use some more grippy materials. This glossy, slippery plastic, although this helps with the overall comfort and durability, it definitely needs some more grippy materials, man, because this is a slippery beast. All right, so it definitely needs some improvements there, and I do believe that pretty much covers all of the negatives, and that covers all of the positives as well. Alright? So, moving on now, let's get into the final part of this video. Okay? Let's talk pricing, let's talk overall final thoughts, and let me get into my recommendations. Let's go. Okay? So, talking about the pricing of these bad boys, now in brand new, mint condition, unsealed, out of the box, this is gonna run you about 150 bucks. Okay? Now in particular, the ones I got here were used in good condition, and they ran me about $74 and change, just about $75. Again, I'll have the digital receipts thrown up in post, because I'm all about keeping it straight 100 around here, so y'all know exactly what I paid for this. Okay? But talking about the pricing and making my recommendations, if you're looking for a solid pair of earbuds with what is essentially full features and pretty much maximum customization, you can't go wrong with these. But you definitely do not want to pay full price for these. Okay, you want to pay anywhere between 70 to about 80 bucks. Okay, anything over 80 bucks, you pay too much for these. Alright, so final thoughts, can I recommend that y'all pick these up? I would have to say yes, but it just depends on the pricing and whether or not you can put up with the negatives that I mentioned. If you can, go right ahead, because at the end of the day, it's your money. You do with it what you want. I'm just sharing my overall opinions and my experiences. But for me, depending on the price, okay, again, anywhere between 70 to 80 bucks. If you're looking for earbuds, go ahead and scoop these up. Okay? Other than that, if you're looking for earbuds with better bass, these ain't the ones for you, chief. Alright? If you're looking for ones with a little bit better fit or grippier materials, these ain't the ones for you. Alright? Or better battery life, these ain't the ones for you. But if you're okay with all of that, then go ahead and pick these up. These should be very enjoyable in my experience. Alright? Okay, everyone. That pretty much does it for this video here this evening. I kind of mixed up my days and my nights, so if I was saying day, it's actually nighttime. I do apologize for that. I've been doing a lot the past few weeks, so my days and nights are kind of mixed up. But that does it for this video. As always, if you guys and gals enjoyed the video and or you found it helpful, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you guys and gals would like to see more videos like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. As always, if your interest is piqued, all the links to my extended coverage and the affiliated links to where y'all can pick up these earbuds at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description. So as the name implies, those are affiliated links located down there. That does mean I get a small percentage of kickback that I put back into the channel so I can keep bringing you guys and gals content, and that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. So it's a win-win for everyone in my opinion. So as always, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Okay? Recording this video here this evening, as I alluded to earlier, I'm using the rear-facing primary camera on the Samsung Galaxy S10e, and this is being recorded in 720p at 30 frames per second with no external microphone hooked up. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality as well as what you think of the overall audio quality down below. And also please let me know what you think of the lighting, because I am using the professional studio lights here this evening. Now I'm not going to drop them in the frame because of how I have the tripod set up, but let me just show you. We do have the professional studio lights going. So please let me know what you think of the overall lighting, what you think of the overall video quality, and what you think of the overall audio down below. As always, your feedback is greatly appreciated. Alright? Now, that being said, I hope everyone has a great evening. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace. Hoo-wee, man. I'm telling you. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get into that comparison video, Playboy. We're going to compare all of them. All of them. Alright, I don't know where I put the other one. But there's another one in here somewhere. I think I put it on the bed somewhere. But we're going to get ready to compare all of the Galaxy Buds in a big comparison video. So you guys and gals be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to let y'all know which set of Galaxy Buds I'm going to be keeping and which ones I'm going to be getting rid of. So y'all be on the lookout for that video. That's going to be coming really, really soon. Alright? Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.